71. Alright, so we'll get Corey before the official start. Alright, so just waiting on Corey. Alright, Corey, when you're ready, mate, if you want to come up and we'll get you weighed in and then we'll get you on that camera. Alright, Jimbo. Alright, Corey, thank you very much. 2 fish there. Alright, Jim, and those 2 fish are going to come in at 1.42. We'll see where that lands things, buddy. We'll see where that lands things. Alright, Jim, all key tags back?
One pending.
One pending that we are aware of, yes?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Alright, Rachel, you're right to go? Yep. Alright, good afternoon everyone, and welcome once again to the power pole round of the Hobie Kayak Brim Series. Power Pole have been an ongoing sponsor of the Hobie Kayak Brim Series now for a number of years, and they are also a global partner of our Hobie Kayak Fishing World Series. So we certainly thank the guys and the team at Power Pole for their support over the course of the last few years. This weekend's round represents the final round of the series, so it is round 11, series 11, and we couldn't be more pleased to be here at Marlo here in Victoria. There's been plenty of discussion over the course of the last few weeks regarding the race for Angler of the Year. Corey just mentioned that just now. I believe he was sitting in a position where for the qualification series of having to compete in 5 rounds to get your best 5 rounds for AOY points. Corey is currently sitting on 4 rounds and is certainly looking to move to the pointy end of the stick for that. The AOY race will certainly aid in determining our next Australian team for the Hobie Kayak Fishing World Championships. The time, date and location of that will be forthcoming over the course of the next few months. So we will certainly hold our breath for that one. Look, the arena here at Marlo over the course of the last couple of days has certainly thrown us some fairly wide and varied conditions. Yesterday was a little bit wild and woolly, and today with those overcast conditions in the morning certainly made, I guess, a platform that you probably couldn't want for more. There was some really early capitalising that we heard, and some very, very good results in those overcast conditions, and as that breeze has shifted back around again to the south and east-southeast, it seems as though it's actually turned the fish on again. In fact, this weekend we do have anglers competing right the way across Australia, from South Australia, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, and in fact, as I did mention yesterday, a couple of anglers that have made the effort to get here from Western Australia. So we do thank you very much, guys, for making that big trip. Over the course of the weekend, we have had 74 anglers competing with us. They do compete across a series of divisions, which do include youth, women's, masters, grandmasters, and also our first-time entrants. Look, these events are certainly not possible without the ongoing support of the following sponsors. This round, as I have just mentioned, is our power pole round. We certainly go on to thank them once more. And the balance of that sponsors list does include, and in fact Daiwa as our naming rights sponsor for the series. It also goes on to note Lowrance, Gerber, TT Lures, Lure Fans, Strike Pro, Mortgage Corp, Hobie Polarized, ProLure, Cranker, and also JML. And I'd like at this point also to thank the Marlo Angling Club for their hospitality and the use of their facility, as well as providing just an amazing lunch for us here over the course of the last couple of days. So guys, if you could put your hands together for the Marlo Angling Club, I'd certainly appreciate that. Anglers over the course of this weekend are fishing for cash and prizes. That also includes the Mortgage Corp Monster Mover. It also includes the Atomic Big Brim, as well as we have discussed, those all-important Angler of the Year points. Jim Barry, thank you very much again for your assistance this weekend as the co-tournament director of our series. Without Jimbo, we really could not make this work. Rachel, thank you so much again for your time and ongoing support. And on that, Matty Petrie on the bump tub, and I think today, Corey, thank you very much for being on the camera for us, mate. We do appreciate it. All right, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. First up for us today is going to be Aaron Williams. Now, we are currently sitting in 30th position with Aaron. We are looking at a current position of 8th as our Angler of the Year. And my goodness.
He ate the other one.
He might have eaten a couple of them, in fact, mate. That is a very, very handy fish. That should be on that too. 1.64 kilos, in fact, is what you need to take the lead. We will get you to hold that up, and I think this in fact also weighs for Big Brim, because whilst there is the one guy in there. That particular fish is 1.52 kilos. That's an amazing fish, mate. How and where?
I had nothing all day, and I just started flicking the poles on the way back from the inside.
Yep.
Flicked it in there. It tapped it. I thought it was an estuary perch, and I could see it come up. It had gone around the pole and was up the other side.
Yeah, go
so
on.
I pedaled, get around it, and tried to land it. Went under the kayak, over the top of the power poles. I shouldn't have got it.
But you did, mate. Look, would you mind taking that guy out of there and just holding that up for the camera as well, please? That is an amazing black brim. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Did you actually get that one on the measure, mate?
It was longer than my ruler.
Okay, well over 40 centimetres. That's a fantastic fish, guys. Right, let's get him back in the water and get him back out there safe and sound. Well done, Aaron. Thank you very much. All right, next to the stage, looking at John Clisby, please. So, John, currently in 13th place, about 35th in Angler of the Year. We need 1.12 kilos to take the lead.
Doubtful.
Doubtful, he says. I think you might be right, unfortunately, mate. I'd really like to say otherwise, but...
Yeah, but I know what's coming too.
Rightio. Here we go. Those two fish today are going to give you 1.12 kilos and a total weight of 2.09. That does, in fact, currently put you in first position.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Let's keep it there for now, hey?
Yeah.
All right. I believe we've got Ruth Beattie next to come up. Now, Ruth obviously competes as part of the Open Series, but is also part of a secondary series that we have, which is in our women's division. How good to see you up here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey?
Yesterday, yes.
Look, you weren't the only one yesterday, and not by a bit, so I guess these are going to definitely push you up the list.
Not for long.
Yeah, maybe not. 1.24 kilos, currently in 10th, but like you said, that's going to shuffle around a little bit.
That's good. I'm
All
happy
right.
I got this.
Nah, you and I both. Thanks, Ruth. Right, next to the table is Carl Dubois. Carl, I can't see any fish here yesterday, mate. I'm sorry to bring that up, but...
I know. And only one measly little one today.
Well, one is better than none. We all know that.
I was very happy when that came aboard.
So, mate, look, you've been a long-term supporter of the series, and we certainly, love seeing you here. The photos that we've gotten with you over the course of the weekend have been awesome. They will grace the pages of our Facebook page and also our website. That one fish for you, mate, at 0.69.
Thanks very much.
All right, mate. No,
thanks for
very
another
much.
great year.
No, we very much
Looking forward to
appreciate it.
next year.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Carl. Right here, next up to Way, we have Ben Shuey. Ben, we didn't see you yesterday either, unfortunately, mate, but we are here at the right end of the
Yeah,
stick.
made it
So
today.
once again, mate, look, that's a really healthy
good
fish. Now, I see that you're here from Victoria, mate. Whereabouts?
In Melbourne.
Melbourne directly? Yep.
Yep.
So, where would actually be your local down in Vic?
Probably the Marino.
Okay,
Melbourne,
yep.
yeah.
Alright, so that's one fish for you today, coming in at a very, very healthy 1.21 kilos. It's just great to see the standard of fish here just continuing to improve.
Good fish here, but not enough of them.
No, well, mate, that's fishing, so that's not going to change. Mate, you are currently in 9th place as well, so that's a handy place to be. Oh, sorry, my apologies. In fact, that's Stewie. That was from yesterday. So Stu, come on up. A New South Welshman, very, very well versed at bream fishing. Has done an awful lot of fishing in a boating series over the course of the last couple of years, and have turned your hand.
Yeah, 3 today.
To kayak fishing. Mate, there's some really handy fish. Not that you've ever been probably considered a dark horse, mate, but that's going to make some serious moves on yesterday. So current weight at 1.3, you need 0.8 of a kilo to take the lead. I don't think we've got any issue with that, but those fish, mate, are going to come in at a very handy 2.78 kilos. That's a stunning bag, mate. And certainly what we'd expect from a very, very healthy system down here in Victoria.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you.
Well done, Stewie. Great to see you on the top, mate. All right, next to the table, Brendan Pichel. Unfortunately, mate, not in the limelight yesterday, but I hope that you were down here having a hell of a time with the guys.
It was good. Yeah,
Yep.
not yesterday though, so I'm just glad to be on the stage.
I mean, look, that's obviously what we're all aiming for. It's and certainly, I guess one of the things that Simon brought up today, just in a quick interview there, was that always trying to push yourself to better what you do each time you go out. There's something that you learn that's new, something you learn that's new about the system. You've certainly learned something from yesterday, buddy.
I think I threw everything in the tackle box pretty much.
Sometimes it just needs to be done. 2.15 kilos for those three, mate. That's got you currently sitting in second. So sit tight and we'll see where we land. Thanks, Brendan. All right, next up, Brad Clark. One fish yesterday for Brad that came in at 0.67. It had him sitting in 28th place. And I can see a very handy 3 fish.
Yeah, got the 3 today. So
It's definitely the right number, mate. It's
one little one that I've desperately tried to upgrade.
Yeah, really sort of worked hard at that. Each cast is a very important cast. All right, so currently 28th on 0.67. These 3 fish will come in at 1.83 kilos, and in fact that does push you into second place just at present.
Thank you.
Pleasure, mate. Great to see you here. Thank you very much. All right, Paul Davidson. Now, Paul, we were fortunate enough to catch up with you out there on the lake today. Somebody told me a rumour that it was the first time that we had you on the camera.
Yes, it's been a while. What's going on?
I don't know what to say to that, mate.
Every time I see you, go hooning past.
Yeah, no, it's maybe you just got to stand up and wave and holler and you know, and make us aware that you've probably got 3 kilos in the tank.
I'm hoping they look pretty good, so I'm pretty happy.
All right, so let me just recap quickly. One fish yesterday for 0.78 of a kilo, currently in 22nd place. These 3 very, very healthy fish, 2.86.
Pretty close.
Mate, best bag for the day so far, and currently has you in second place. So that's some fairly handy Angler of the Year points. It's some very, very handy place to be leading into the end of this weekend. We've spoke briefly about the Australian Championships and the qualification process for that. This could be your ticket.
That's what I'm trying for.
All right, mate. We will see you in about 20 minutes.
Thank you.
Pleasure, mate. All right, Rhett Gill, the highway man. Look, Rhett and a couple of very good friends, in particular with Chris Miller, have just made an outstanding effort to, I guess, include themselves in our series this year. And mate, we can't thank you guys enough.
It's been fun.
Is it something scary like 10, 12,000? Is it 15,000 Ks?
Maybe 25.
25,000 kilometres. Mate, there's no way that I can really say thanks enough for the effort that you've made. So, look, rightfully or wrongly, no fish yesterday, 1 fish today. Is it worth a kilo? Mate, look, once again, thank you so much, and we look forward to continuing to see that smiling face. Good on you, mate. Thank you. All right, Andrew Hancock's. Now, was part of that process yesterday that sort of found it really, really tough. I mean, those conditions weren't. I guess, look, we were all out there in the same conditions. That's the nature of the beast. 2 fish today. Top lake?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, just here. Just got one just here this morning.
Yeah, right. And then made your way up?
Then one. at the
Yep.
top,
And anything sort of stood out there lure-wise? Just
plastics.
plastics all day? Yep. So 2 fish at 1.21 kilos and sitting in 15th. All right, mate. Thanks again for your efforts. Cheers, Shorty. All right. We have Jaden Dyewood. Is that right, Jimbo? Some pretty handy fish in there. So as we did say at the beginning of the session, that we do have a component which is called our monster mover. Jaden, thank you. That monster mover basically is the biggest variance between your day 1 and your day 2 weights. So day 1 yesterday we didn't have any fish weighed in. These 3 fish for you today are also very, very handy specimens, and they are going to come in at a very handy 2.14 kilos, mate. That's fantastic, and in fact moves you right the way through to 5th position.
Cheers.
All right, good on you, Jaden. Thanks very much. All right, Jason Deanan. Now, we did have a quick chat to Jace yesterday up in the lake, right in the middle of what was a fairly good sort of wind squall, I guess you might like to call it.
It was a little windy yesterday, it was better today, it was good today. You could at least fish up there today, so.
Yeah, so you probably didn't change a lot from day 1 to day 2 in what you were doing. Similar location, just better fishing and probably a little bit easier to
Yeah,
fish.
just easier to
Yep.
fish. I thought the fish were there, but,
Yep.
but yesterday there was no.
Yeah, rightio. So 1 fish yesterday for 0.97 had you in 25th place. These 3 fish today will move you through at 2.17 kilos and in fact 3rd position. So let's just see how that pans out over the course of the next few minutes, mate, and yeah, really good to see you again.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan Chen, our, I won't say token Canberran, but there's probably not enough of you guys. Chenny had 1 fish yesterday for 0.58, 1 fish again today,
Just trying to be consistent.
if nothing else at all. Look, always good for a laugh, Chenny, and I think you definitely bring an attitude and a spirit to the series that we certainly appreciate, mate. So 0.88 for today, so
Thank you.
thanks very much, Chenny, and hopefully your trip home is not as eventful as your trip here. Kevin Vardy. Kevo, you have been at this probably as long as most of us.
A few years left.
A few years,
maybe.
yep. But
Been all right, mate.
again, certainly learnt something from yesterday, just easier condition-wise.
Yeah.
Yep, still grubbing.
Yeah,
Yep.
this one was a grub.
Yep. Alright, so unfortunately no fish yesterday, 2 fish today. Those 2 should come in at better than 1.5 kilos, 1.9, just that easy.
That'll do.
Alright mate, thank you very much, currently sitting in 12th. Thanks, Kevo. Alright, so certainly got a much better line there than what we had yesterday. Just a quick recap. At the moment we've got Stuart Walker sitting in 1st place at 4.08 kilos overall, Paul Davidson 2nd at 3.64, Jason Deanan 3rd position in 2.96 kilos, Brad Clark at 2.5 neat, and Brendan Pichel at 2.15 kilos to round out our top 5. The next angler that we have coming up is Andrew Delaca. Or Delaca, I think I said yesterday, which is the better pronunciation. My apologies, mate. All right, 1 fish yesterday, and 1 fish today, so 0.76. I think yesterday might have been a little bit better than today. Yeah, fish-wise, yep. Up the top or down the front, where'd you end up?
In the lake.
In the lake again, yep. All right, that 1 fish is going to sit you with 0.74, very, very close. All right, currently in 16th, mate. Appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much. Cheers. All right, next to the table, Grant Hocking. You don't actually, I could weigh that with you being all the way over there. That thing is a horse. Mate, I'm going to say congratulations before I put this on the scales. That's amazing. Just a vastly different day.
Yeah.
And probably really not doing too much dissimilar to what you did yesterday. Yep, same, or no, changed it up. Okay. Rightio, this is definitely going to shake things up, ladies and gentlemen. These 3 fish are going to have a weight at 3.32 kilos. That is absolutely amazing. Mate, you know that there's one that you want to grab out of there, so if I take that mic off you, I'll help you open that bag. And we're going to get that guy out and put him on the scales. Alright, so 4 big brim. Grant, that single fish is going to weigh in at 1.47 kilos. And in fact, from yesterday, Jim, I believe 1.44. So close. Sorry, mate, I had that 1.44 in my mind. Mods just had you pipped at the post there. So, mate, stunning fish. Please go and definitely grab a couple of really great handy snaps with that guy, mate. That'd be great to see. All right, so close there. 1.47 to 1.52. So 152 is the number that we're chasing. Zachary Morozov. Now, Zach did come to the table with 2 fish yesterday for a total weight there of 1.58 kilos. Would have loved to have seen 3 for you today, mate. Yeah, you too, hey? All right, so currently in 16th, the one fish today is going to give you a weight at 0.61. Still overall, currently in 6th position. Thank you. And we know how important that is right now. Thanks, Zach. Cheers. All right, Dave Eccleston. Now, Dave, we didn't see you yesterday. We are here with a vastly different bag of 3 fish.
Yeah, he's been
So, mate, what changed apart from the weather for you?
went to the lake, threw ours all day.
Okay.
Didn't
Just,
go there yesterday.
yep, right there, just cranking bibs into the bottom.
Yep.
Plenty of long pauses
He's twitching, he's good.
on the pause. There you go.
Only
Right.
3 fish I caught though.
You only had to catch 3. So, 3 fish today for Dave. He's going to come in at a very, very handy and healthy weight at 2.15 kilos and currently in 8th position. All right, buddy. Good on you. Thank you very much. Righty-o. Cullen Di Martina is part of our youth division. And Francis, I know that you were bragging yesterday. Do you get the right to continue to brag today?
He does not.
He does not, because Cullen has a fish and Dad does
Does not.
not. Your weight yesterday, Francis? That's going to be a long drive home, my friend. There you go, that works for you. All right, Cullen, that one fish for you today is a very handy 1.02 kilos, currently in 25th place, mate. Look, thank you very much for making the effort, and I'm sure we will see you at the Australian Championships. Absolute pleasure. Thanks, buddy. All right, John Rayo. Sorry, I missed that. No, all good. So, Johnny, not here yesterday.
Nah,
Well, you were here, but not
Here, but yeah,
here.
Yeah, sideline.
2 fish today.
2 today, yeah.
Yep.
Found a couple.
Apart from the weather, again, any real significant change for you guys?
No, really just went as far as we could and
Yep.
just kept
Just
casting,
kept
mate.
casting.
Kept peppering.
Yep. All right. So bragging rights, I'm not too sure between you and Scotty. I think Scotty got a better number.
Yeah, you got a pitch break in there though.
Yeah, rightio. 1.52 kilos for you, mate. Leaves you in 18th, and yes, certainly appreciate your efforts. Cheers. Speaking of said devil, Scott Boyd. Now, again, no fish yesterday, which was half of the course, but here's how I are. 3 of the right numbers, buddy. It's it really does, I guess, sort of round out a weekend, doesn't it?
Yep.
I guess it's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows this fishing game. It's but mate, look, you're certainly very proud of those guys. Those 3 fish are going to come in at a total weight of 2.02 kilos and currently sitting in 13th place. I appreciate your efforts, and we will look forward to seeing the next video blog of the Marlo trip.
St George's.
St George's, yep.
Yeah.
All right, and then Marlo to come.
It goes down here.
All right, Ben Gibbs, one of our South Australian competitors. It would appear that Ben has certainly been part of that crew that has been doing a few miles. Just a few, he says. All right, mate, unfortunately it would appear no fish yesterday, 1 fish today.
She's a squeaker. Smallest fish of the comp, I reckon.
Mate, we could have something for that, you never know. All right, mate, Ben, that one fish is going to give you a total weight of 0.40. Quite in the stands. You don't need enemies when you've got mates like Red. All right, good on you. Okay, Tom McIntosh. Certainly a name that has been synonymous around the tournament scene over the course of the last few years, if not longer, in fact. Tom, welcome up.
Thanks, mate. Nice to be up for at least one day.
And that's again, like, where do we just find two more of them?
Yeah, if only.
We know they're out there.
Yep. If anyone's going to do it as well, it's going to be here.
Yeah, it's kind of a best friend or worst enemy.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
But that's why we keep coming back.
Exactly.
And that is a very handy fish at 1.26 kilos, and he's going to move you right the way up to 20 seconds.
Beautiful. Thanks,
Right,
mate.
Tom, I appreciate your efforts, buddy. Thank you. Ta. All right, and they just keep coming. A vastly better day than yesterday. Tony Petty. Now, Tone's a weekend.
Just a weekend away.
Just a weekend away.
Yeah, sightseeing trip.
Catching up with a couple of mates.
Yeah, sightseeing.
Yep. Throwing the occasional lure.
Lots.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, mate, it's better than coming back with nothing. So, mate, one fish, Tony Petty at 0.67. All right, bud. That's wonderful. Good on you. Thank you. All right, so as we have Gordon Cammy coming to the stage, who has almost been a ghost in our series, which I do mean in the nicest possible way, and Jack paid me an awful lot of money to say that.
That's only because my sponsors came on board today.
Is that right? They really
Power Pole and Hody.
right, they really kicked the tin for you? All right. Gordy, we don't see enough of you at this end.
I get stage fright.
You and I both, apparently. All right, one fish, Gordon Gammy, at 0.98. Mate, couldn't, and just can't continue to thank you guys enough. I mean, you make an amazing effort putting up with Jack, you know, having raised him to be the man he is today. So, mate, thank you for everything you do. Good on you, Gordy. All right, Nick Mace. And now again, Nick was one of those guys, unfortunately, we missed yesterday. Nick, again, has certainly been in and around the tournament fishing scene for quite some time. We won't say veteran because it kind of...
I am.
No, we're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Mate, I thought you might have been able to pull a couple of tricks out of the bag yesterday.
Well, I tried, but
Yep.
I think I just covered too much ground.
Yeah, okay.
Couldn't find a good spot.
Yep.
Went to the lake, went down halfway down the front.
Yeah, right, so you really did do
Most
some
of the time
miles.
travelling,
Yeah, okay. But look, it looked like you just kind of peppered that edge there most of the morning.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much. Just worked just off the edge. So
Yep.
stayed in one spot.
And strangely enough, from what we're hearing, that seems to have been the trend for the day.
Yeah, okay.
You know, hard up on that edge is where they were. Mate, three very, very good fish. I've no doubt that should put you well up over the 2 kilos, which it has at 2.36 and currently 6th place. Good on you, Nick. Good to see you. Thank you. All right. Next coming up, McCoy. Now, one fish yesterday at 0.96. I believe we have 2 fish in the bag, which we do. Yep. Now, whereabouts in New South Wales did we say you were from?
Sydney.
Sydney. Like right in the suburbs?
Yeah, Roadfront.
Yeah, okay, rightio. So you do a little bit of travel, I guess, to do a bit of bream fishing?
Yeah.
South and north?
No, so just really started getting into it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so-
Yep. Mate, great to have you here. 34th place as of yesterday. 2 fish today. 1.28 kilos. He's going to, in fact, move you right the way through to 7th position. Mate, you've got to catch him to be a part of it. Thanks, McCoy. Thank you very much. All right, we'll do a quick wrap up there, Jim, if we can. We're looking at Stewie Walker still sitting up tight at 4.08 kilos. Grant Hocking with an incredible bag of fish, rounding out at 4 kilos neat. Paul Davidson at 3.64 in 3rd. Jason Deanan, 2.96 kilos. And top 5 is going to be Brad Clark at a neat 2.5 kilos. So, Jared Stevens, make your way up. Now, for most miles travelled getting here this weekend would be Jared and your offsider. No, but he's based in Victoria.
Yeah, he lives in Melbourne.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, all the way over from Mandurah.
Yep.
Yep. And you do a bit with both the Hobie rounds and also the WATA
Yeah.
guys over in Perth.
A bit of a double.
That is well worth every penny spent and every mile travelled. So, mate, one fish for you for today. Coming in at a neat 0.84. Mate, we thank you so much for making the effort, and we certainly look forward to getting over to Mandurah and being part of what you guys are doing over there.
Good to have you.
Wonderful. Good on you, Joe. Thank you very much. All right, Dave Shanahan. Now, we did touch on the fact that Dave has had an amazing 12 months. Certainly both part of our domestic series, but also being part of some international travel and into a...
Going to finish on a
Are
high.
you sure that they're yours?
I've been collecting them.
I reckon you have. This is what we know of you, or this is what we've really come to know of you over the last 12 months, is very handy, consistent bags of fish. So look, one fish yesterday at 1.09 kilos had Dave in 28th place. These three could in fact, are we tipping 2.7, 2.8? Is that the number? Right, let's have a look at it. 2.97, mate, that is incredible. That's going to shuffle you right the way through to second position. And had you have had, I think, a further 0.03, you may have in fact been at the top.
One more sinker.
Yeah, well, or a little less water down there. Dave, thanks so much, mate. Stephen Pryke. Now, Prikey was sitting in, I believe, second place at the end of proceedings yesterday. He had three fish with us at 1.93 kilos. Good to see you.
Yep. We got through.
Mate, consistency is king.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta have it.
It doesn't really matter about anything else. If you don't catch them, then you're just not here. You need 2.16. Probably not. I'm going to say 2.05 at a guess.
I'll take it.
Mate, we're getting it. 2.08, you were just shy by 0.8. Third position, and that's where you want to be at this time of the year.
Thank you.
All right, good on you, Stephen. Thank you very, very much. All right, so we've got a few anglers to go only, I believe. Let's have a look and see. Mitch King. Now, you told me here on Friday night that, well, first and foremost, it was one of those things, it was the shortest distance you've ever travelled to an event.
Yes, yeah, it only took me an hour and 15 minutes to get here because I've been working in Paynesville.
Yep.
So I was there for the week and then shot here. Now
Straight
it's
on
awesome.
over. And I think at this point we can probably have a talk about your pre-fish on Friday.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that. I had a
You know, we're going to do it anyway.
I-
One of the things you did tell me about the pre-fish was that Marlo never seems to give you the same offering 2 days in a row.
No, well, it's never done it for me anyway. So
Yeah.
it's I had a probably 4 kilo plus bag on Friday and I just
Yep.
couldn't do a thing wrong. It's just one of those great days in the water.
Yep.
And went in there to try and do it on Saturday and today and fish similar areas and
This is
didn't
what
play the game.
It's what keeps us coming back.
Correct.
Setting that bar that much higher and just keeping trying to get that back over the top. One fish today at 0.83, 7th place, and we have to do some numbers at the end of this on that whole AOY thing.
Oh, no, I should be up in the top 5 and I think that's what we're aiming for.
And we know what that means.
Yeah, I'll pack the bags.
Hobie Fishing World's tonight. All right, mate. We do very much hope that you're part of it. Appreciate everything that you do for us. Paul Dunlop, part of the HWS contingent, if that's the right way to put it.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Paul. You seem a little more sprightly than when I saw you last night.
Yeah, I was pissed. Not pissed, but I was pissed off.
Yeah, look, you get that on the big jobs. One fish is better than no fish. We are going to give you a grand weight of 0.82. Mate, thank you very much, and we definitely look forward to seeing you guys again next year. Good on you, Paul. Thank you. All right, Jack Yummy. Now, Jack, you are no stranger to the weigh stage. There you go, bud.
How you doing?
Mate, not as good as you today based on where you went from yesterday to today.
Yeah, no, today was a lot better. I stuck to my game plan, and I should have done it yesterday. Yep. Back to roots fishing for me, just structure and throwing crabs really.
Yeah, and I think when we caught up with you guys up there in the Brodie, it was just starting to to kind of settle down and glass off a little bit, and that's certainly where you've come up with a fantastic bag of fish. This is certainly going to move you up and around. You need 3.34 kilos to take the lead. You're going to come in at 2.43 and a very, very tidy place of 6th at present.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Great to see you again. Okay, is this our last angler? All right. Come on up, Simon. Let's get this done. We had a bit of a chat to Simon out on the water at one point today, and there was no doubt that he was a happy angler.
Well, you be when you land that as your first fish.
First fish of the day. Mate, I can hardly hang on to that. Look, you had a stellar year. You've had an even better back end of the year. You're coming off a win at St George's Basin.
Correct.
And you've done 2 trips to China this year.
Correct.
You did the World Championships on the Gold Coast.
Yes.
And you had done the AC in Foster.
True.
Britt Morley, if you're watching, which I'm sure you are the most patient human I know. Because he's not, because he wants this wave. All right, let's get it over and done with. 3 fish. 3.42 is my guess. Way bigger. 3.87 kilos, and there is no doubting that leaves you in first place. Congratulations, mate. Just outstanding. What we will do is, I'm sure you want to weigh that guy for Big Brim, and I definitely love you to hold that up for the camera as well. I guess, look, we don't want to talk about luck with respect to things like this. It's you really do just put in the time. Thanks, Carl. All right, let's just get this guy up there and get him back in the drink. Big Brim, potentially at 1.72. So Big Brim, first place in the 11th instalment for the year. Simon Morley, congratulations, you have done it again. All right, everybody, a round of applause, please. That is just an amazing fish. All right, Simon, we'll get you down to do some photos, and if we can have just a few minutes and we'll get proceedings underway for our presentation. And thank you very much for everybody that's hung around to take a look at, I guess, just what it is that we do here, I guess, month in and month out as part of our series. So hang around, we'll have the presentation with you very shortly.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, I did say to the guys, we're just going to come in and do photos through to it, and then what I'll do is I'll get hold of the person who
Okay, welcome back everyone. We're just going to run through the presentations and we would like to start the proceedings off with our youth division winner. And in this instance it is Cullen Di Martina from New South Wales. And Cullen, if you'd like to make your way up. Yeah, round of applause please. Alright Cullen, mate, always good to see you this pointy end of the stick. Well done buddy. There we go. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, also as part of our divisions other than the Opens is Ruth Beebe. Ruth, you have definitely taken out the women's division this weekend. If you are, there you are. Mate, it's always an absolute pleasure to see your smiling face. Well done. Alright. Alright, thanks mate. Well done. Safe travels on the way home. Alright, and Tom McLean, if you happen to be about. Tom has taken out our Grandmasters division. Always good to have you here, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers. Alright, good on you, Tom. Alright, so we are going to go and have a look at our monster mover. First and foremost here, so that is the angler who has had the biggest difference between their day 1 to their day 2 weights. And in this instance, I would have to say with no doubt is Grant Hocking. So with a variation there from 0.68 yesterday all the way through to 2.64 kilos today, Grant, that is just a phenomenal result. Now you will be also receiving direct from Neil Castez, who is one of our amazing sponsors from Mortgage Corp. He will have that freighted direct to you, but certainly for the course of this weekend, mate, well done, great to see you. Alright, fantastic, well done Grant. Jim will hold the big rim tool for that, yep. So in 10th place, we have from Victoria, with a total weight of 2.5 kilos, Brad Clark. Now, Brad, that is going to reward you with a $140 payout as well as your prize pack. There you go, bud. Fantastic. Just for the camera. Wonderful. All right, and in 9th place, a Victorian also, Mitch King, with a total weight of 2.62 kilos. Mitch, if you are still about. All right. He's blown a bugger. Well done, champion. All right, thanks, mate. Okay, 8th place with a total of 2.96 kilos is Jason Deenan. Right, persistence pays off. Good on you, Stan. Well done. Fantastic. Good on you, Jason. All right, moving into 7th place, our first New South Welshman with 3.18 kilos as his total, Jack Gammy. Mate, $220 will definitely cover your entry and your fuel. Well done. Always good to see you, champ, mate. Very, very consistent. All right, well done, Jacko. Okay, moving right along, 6th place, another Victorian. 3.64 kilos overall for the weekend. Congratulations, Paul Davidson. Yeah, mate, we did have a very brief chat, and I guess we're going to get to the point of having a look at the figures at the end of this process, but this may, in fact, have gotten you an Australian Championships berth. So, mate, really, really close, so we'll have a look at that as the week goes on. Right, well done, great effort, mate. Fantastic, thank you. All right, getting up to the pointy end of the stick, Grant Hocking. You have already been up here once, but you need to be here again. An overall weight for your fish this weekend at 4 kilos for your total weight, 5th place, and a very handy payout of $270. Beers on you, I hear from the bleachers. Well done, mate. That's fantastic. Good on you. Just for the photo there. All right. Okay. another name that is certainly not an unfamiliar name for us, Stephen Pryke, coming up 4th place for the weekend with a total of 4.01 kilos. And I guess just with what I can see there at 4 kilos for Grant, 401 for Steve, and then Dave Shanahan at 406 and Stewie at 408. It's just a matter of grams, this game. It really is. Well done, Pryke. Really consistent, mate. Fantastic. Right, good on you. All right, the man that just keeps performing, David Shanahan, 4.06 kilos and a 3rd place this weekend. Now, we might need to get you one of those lovely little.
Okay.
It may or may not have been misplaced. It could have been sold, in fact. All right, Dave, really well done, mate. 3rd place. Well done. Outstanding. Good on you. Thanks, Dave. All right. No, 2nd place there. 4.08 kilos. Stewie Walker. Now, Stewie, we just spoke a little about the Australian Championships with one of the other anglers. As part of the qualification process for us, we had 4 spots available this weekend. Now, I'm sure come Monday or Tuesday you will be receiving one of those invites to the Hobie Kayak Brim Australian Championships. Congratulations, mate, and a very, very tidy payout at $1,090. Stewie Walker, 2nd place. Well done, mate. Big round of applause. Thanks, mate. Well done. Right, our overall winner for round 11, series 11, Marlo Victoria, needs no introduction. Simon Morley from New South Wales at a total weight of 5.95 kilos and a prize payout at $2,100. Simon Morley. Mate, you're unreal. That is you, and once we